Lamar just to me, man, just not the same Lamar. Oh, I don't think it's age because he's still young,
Right.
So and I'm not gonna say it's that. I think he just lost the confidence in his team.
But his play lately, he had what the last game, he has had more turnovers than touchdowns in the last game. So
Yeah.
his play has dropped also
Hmm.
significantly
Yeah.
so far. So just at the beginning of the season, I'm gonna just say this: no one saw this. No one saw the Ravens
Yeah.
or the Chiefs being in the predicament which they are right now.
Of
Now
course.
let's go to Black Friday, man. Listen here. There is not, and I'm gonna say it right now, other than those who are adamant, diehard, Windy City, Chicago Bear fans, there was no one. And don't come on here lying. Don't lie in the chat saying you did because you're a lie. That thought the Chicago Bears would go into the city of brotherly love and just lay an old-fashioned can of whoop you know what on the Philadelphia Eagles. Matter of fact, they just lined up and played bully ball.
They sure
And
did.
Eagles with the Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, he's in the locker room. He's
Yeah.
taking off his shirt, baby. He is flexing. The Bears
Right.
are flexing on the NFC, baby. They're
Yeah.
letting you know we are here, baby. Y'all gonna have to deal with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations to the Bears, their first winning season since 2018. You got your franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
It seems that now you got the right coach to mentor and go forward with your young quarterback. They invested heavily in their offensive line, bringing in Joe Tooney and those to solidify the inside, the interior
Mhm.
of that offensive line. Caleb Williams, we know he's mobile. You got big player receivers on with Moore and the Doomsday, and the running game, man, right now with Swift and Mogahan. I think I'm saying that kid's name right, but they have looked great, man. 93. And man, listen, I got to do this. A lot of my Saints fans, y'all ain't gonna like this, but we always say that some people are better coordinators than they are head coaches. And there's
Mhm.
no other poster child for that than Dennis Allen. He is a horrible ass head coach, but he's one of the best defensive coaches in the National Football League.
Yes, sir. I take him.
And he is one of the main reasons, that the Bears are in first place in the NFC North with a 9-3 record. Man,
Right.
talk about the Bears, man.
Yeah, I tell you, I give one person credit for what's happening over. Well, I ain't gonna say just one person, but ultimately he gets the credit. Ryan Poole, general manager, one of the greatest minds. And when you talk general managers, he put this team together. Nobody thought he would actually land Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson did what he's supposed to do. He's a great head coach. He came in with a game plan. He implemented it. Where the Bears were ready to almost walk away from Caleb, as at one point. So I mean, he decided to stick with it. But like you said, nobody in their right mind thought that the Bears would actually walk in there and not only beat the Eagles, but beat them decisively. So, like you said, that bully ball, man. And speaks major for the Bears nation. You know what I mean? This is one of those wins you can start talking your ish. You know what I mean? And,
Right.
and it's like when the Falcons went in and we beat the Eagles. Of course, it was done through a mistake, but we capitalized on it and pulled the win out. But we started talking some ish after that game. You know what I mean? We
Right.
had some Kirk Cousins at the ham at that time, and things just started looking up. So this, like I said, this is a huge morale boost for the Bears. It's one of those things where you can say, "Hey, we are really playing good football."
Right.
So they really got their hopes up. For playoff implications. This is one of those games where they can say, "Hey, maybe we do have a shot." But Ryan Poole did his due diligence. He's only
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's been there, but he did it quick, fast, and hurry. Started, and his best decision was sticking with Caleb as their starting quarterback.
Yeah. The Bears offense rushed for 268 yards on design runs against the Eagles. That's their most this season in the game. 268 yards against the Eagles defensive front. That was special, man. That was, listen, you know what I was saying? When you punch a bully back in his mouth, you know what I'm saying? How that bully ain't so, he ain't so tough.
Right.
I'm telling you, that kind of what happened to the Eagles. I kind of think they didn't believe in what, hey, it's still the Bears. They ain't play us.
Right.
But hey, shout out to the Bears, man. They did their thing. Now, before we get on to today's game, man, let's go to chat. We got some more family members coming in. This is Silas K7B says Cowboys or the Eagles. Right now, I mean, hey, how about them boys? That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I ain't saying that.
I'm saying it.
The Cowboys play good football. They playing good football. I can't take it away from them. I ain't saying that.
Hey, two losses in a row. I'm just telling you. Hey,
I gotta give them their props.
Could this be another collapse by the Eagles? Remember the year before last, they started 10-0 and collapse. Could it be another collapse? All right, we got Heather Star 397 says I used to be on Miami Dolphins, but since Dan Marino retired, I don't like the team anymore. Now I like the New England Patriots. Man, are you a fan of the team or are you a fan of a player? I got you, though. Dan Marino was great, man. Still looking to replace him. That's it.
Yeah, they had a great team, especially Brian.
_ WZ. You'll predict the Jaguars and Titans game. We got it, brother. We got it. We got you coming, baby. We got you coming. The law firm is in the building. Annie Marie Elizabeth Walowski.
What's going on, Annie Marie?
I don't know what that is. All right, who we got? 412 Cutter says Steelers my team, but they fraudulent. Their OC and DC is trash. Cowboy can detest. He can attest to the OC. Yeah. He had to deal with that BS for a couple years.
Man, treacherous.
Annie says, would not surprise me if teams that have been regular in making it into the playoffs, the Ravens, Chiefs, and Bills, do not make it. Yeah, right now that's a realistic thing. Cutter says, I think Jackson might still be hurt. He not playing the same, bro.
Right, I agree.
If you're good enough, if you're healthy enough to go out there on the field and play, that's all that matters, bro. You got to play. You set a standard. You set a standard to how you play. If you can't come close to that, why go on the field? If you're gonna be a detriment to your team, why get out there?
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
But to his point too, though, Kirk Cousins, he did us like he did the Falcons like that. He got hurt, didn't let the team know that he got hurt, and he decided he wanted to play. So sometimes the coaches have to pay a little more attention to how a player performs as opposed to when things are supposedly going right. And when things start going wrong, you have to notice why they're going wrong. And we didn't pay close enough attention to him, and it came back to hurt the team. So, but yeah, I agree. He may be hurt. We never know.
Right. And then Andy says, teams on the NFC side that do not make the playoffs. She has the Lions, the Vikings, the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers?
And the Giants. Could be.
I gave you all on something Buccaneers, them boys there.
But man, they've been has the fact of all the injuries that they have been dealing with, has that finally caught up with the Bucs?
They're
struggling right now.
It may have.
And
I hope it is.
Right. and don't forget
one.
Right. and don't forget, if the Panthers would have pulled off the upset Monday night, they would have been in first place solo, all by themselves.
Yeah. So quickly it turns.
I'm telling you, the NFC South, at one time, it looked like it was the Bucs all day long. Nah, it's going to be a dogfight down the stretch.
Yeah,
You know,
I
let's
agree.
see. And he also says, now we got Cutter comes in. Cutter says, yo, the Bears, the truth, them dudes balling. Yeah, man. And
Yeah.
they're taking away the ball. Dennis Allen has them guys flying around on defense. Ben Johnson has Keller Williams playing good football. I love their tight ends, man. Both of their tight ends, Clement and Loveland. I love their selection. Their running game has been gone. So again, it goes back to the off season. You gave shout out to the GM for solidifying that interior of that offensive line, man. And it's paying dividends for the Bears right now. And it's also, I'm gonna say this as a fan of the National Football League, it's good to see the Bears good again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's good to see the Bears good again. All right. All right, family. We're gonna get to it now. Let's get to it. First game on the docket, baby. Here we go. It's the LA Rams taking on those Cinderella, unpredictable Carolina Panthers. You got the number 1 seed currently going against the team that's on the outside looking in as the number 10 seed. Cowboy, I'm gonna start with you, then I'll give my insight on this, man. How do you see this game? And can Carolina pull the upset?
The way Carolina been playing, I mean, they could very well do it. But the Rams, they're looking to solidify their playoff spot. You know, they're arguably the hottest team in football right now. So, but the Panthers, that they can be a bit inconsistent. But for some reason, that here lately, the Panthers have been finding ways to pull out big wins. But for the LA to win, Matthew Stafford, he has to avoid those turnovers. And the Panthers defense, they are that team. They have some very good safeties and corners. So, well, decent. I put it like that. And if Matthew tries to do too much, they're going to come away with turnovers. So, but Carolina, the LA Rams defense has to find a way to stop Carolina's rushing game in order for them to win. And for Carolina to win, I mean, they must establish a physical ground game and force the Rams defense or offense into first difficult third down situations, creating havoc for Stafford. And Stafford can let them get the happy feet, and the Panthers can find a way to get stay in this game. But I'm going with the Rams on this one. I think the Rams just has a little bit too much firepower for the Panthers. But like I just said, here lately, Carolina Panthers have been finding ways to pull out these big games.
All right. So you heard Cowboy. He's gone with the Rams. And he said about making Stafford uncomfortable. So when facing the blitz so far this season, Matthew Stafford has thrown 24 touchdowns against the blitz. That's more than double that of any quarterback, while not, and this is the key factor, while not throwing a single intercept. In fact, Matthew Stafford has thrown 27 consecutive touchdown passes since his last interception, which was way back in week 3.
Right.
That's tied for the longest streak of consecutive passing touchdowns without an interception in the history of the National Football League.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all know I think I'm not a Rams fan, but I'm a fan of the NFL, and I just think Coach McVay is one of the brightest offensive minds in the National Football League. I love that Rams young front. Everything says Rams. Everything says Rams.
Yeah.
I called the upset in Green Bay. I'm calling again, baby, right now. I'm starting early. Your boy Dolphins called. I'm going lone wolfing.
Oh, man.
Let's go, baby. Panthers upset the LA Rams in the National Football League. Taxidermy up and down turnstile season continues to go. Everybody keeps scratching their head like, what the hell? I'm telling you, the Panthers pull off the upset at home today over the LA Rams. Give me the Panthers in the upset. Let's go, Cowboy. Let's go to the 49ers against the Browns. Oh, this game right here, baby. The intensity has gone up because he's getting his second start. He's getting his second start. For all you Shador lovers, this is it. He has a chance to prove it. Hey, you get a second start. They must have liked a little something they saw.
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing is, can you hold on to it? Can you build on it? But today, you're going against the San Francisco 49ers. And we understand this ain't the 49ers defense of the prior years. You know, they got a lot of injuries on that side of the ball. But the 49ers are still 8-4.
Yeah.
Still a good football team.
Mm-hmm.
Still have Kyle Shanahan on that sideline. Still have Mr. Do-It-All in McCaffrey in the backfield.
Yeah.
These kiddos at tight end, and they getting healthy on offense.
Yeah.
Can the Browns get enough out of their offense to defeat the 49ers? Because I believe that Browns defense, which is one of the best in the National Football League, and the Incredible Hulk, that's what I call Myles Garrett, the Incredible Hulk. they're gonna keep them in the game, man. God, what's your thought, Cowboy?
And I think that how many sacks he has now? I mean, he's on pace to have about 30 by a season in, maybe even 40. I mean, it's crazy. But the key to this game, man, I think is going to be Robert Saleh to get all the pressure he can onto Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is there just really to prove 1 point, and he really don't have to prove it. All he has to do is show that the Browns should have stuck with him, should have made the decision to make him the starting quarterback in the beginning, and without all the drama. And I hope he has a good game. But San Francisco is aiming to keep pace in the NFC West, while the Browns are fighting for relevance. But for San Francisco to win, you know, you have a dominant defensive effort, because these guys, even without their starting linebackers, they're scrambling at the balls right now. So they're playing all over the field. They're making big plays all over the field. But so their key thing is to get pressure on the young quarterback and contain the running game and control the clock. For Cleveland to win, Shedeur Sanders has to just remain calm, play his game, and don't try to make the big plays. You know, keep it simple. Their defense must generate turnovers. The offense needs really an explosive game and from their skill players, and to keep up with the 49ers scoring potential. So if they can go score for score, they can make this game pretty well, you know, relevant. So they can actually become relevant in this game. But San Francisco is a handful. So they're playing against one of the greatest minds on the offensive side.
Right. All right. We lost Cowboy for a second here. He'll be back in here. Okay. Now, Cowboy asks, how many sacks does Myles Garrett have on the season? Right now, Myles Garrett is leading the NFL with 18 sacks. He's on pace for an NFL record 27 sacks. So his 13 sacks over the last 4 games are the most in a 4-game span since individual sacks were first tracked in 1982. But on the offensive side of the ball, for the 49ers, you got to get Christian gone. He leads the NFL with 217 carries and 81 receptions. No player in NFL history has ever led the league in both carries and receptions for a full season. That's the pace that McCaffrey's on. He is forced a league high 83 missed tackles. Long story short, Christian McCaffrey is going to have to be big today. The 49ers, to me, are going to have to establish the threat of a running game. It may not be that successful, but sometimes just the threat and your willingness to stick with the running game does just enough to make those safeties and linebackers suck up enough so you can hit them over the top. You hit them over the seam. And, of course, you got Kittle's wide receiver core is healthy, man. I don't believe that the Browns, though they're at home, I'm going to call me crazy. You know what, family? Call your boy dog crazy today. I'm going with another upset. I'm taking the Cleveland Browns over the San Francisco 49ers. That's right. The Browns shocked everybody today, baby. They get past the 49ers. Brock Purdy did throw 3 interceptions his last game, even though they won. I'm just saying, you ain't going to always be able to do that. And you're playing against the NFL sack leader and one of the best defenses in the National Football League, a team with a little pep to its step because there was a QB change, baby. Let's see if the Browns can ride that momentum today against the 49ers. I think they can, so I'm going with the Browns to win the day. All right, next game on the docket, baby, it's the Houston Texans. AFC South is in the building, baby. Houston taking on the Indianapolis Colts, the third seed currently in the AFC playoff picture. No one saw this coming. Daniel Jones gone from the Giants last year to the Vikings in this offseason, looked around and he saw his opportunity, what he thought his best opportunity to play would be with the Indianapolis Colts. He made the right decision. He has come out. He has been playing great football this season. Now, he stumbled a little lately, no doubt about that. But, man, you got the number one guy right now to me was him and Matthew Stafford and Drake May. Those are my top three MVP candidates for this season because I think they all three have been balling crazy. And Jonathan Taylor. Houston's the number one defense. Colts must run the ball. Must run the ball. Daniel Jones must keep players alive with his legs. Go have to scramble a little, pick up a couple unconventional first downs to keep those chains moving. Even though C.J. Stroud is expected to be back today, I have just not been impressed this season with the offensive performance of the Houston Texans. In fact, it has been disappointing. It just plain out disappointing, their performance. You got the number one defense in the league. You got same young talent. You added some talent. You got good tight end in Dalton Schultz. You got good wide receivers. You got a running game. What's going on with the Texans? They're just not getting it done on the offensive side of the ball. Colts at home, I think the Colts and that Colts defense is one of the more underrated defenses. I'm going with the Colts today. I'm taking the Colts at home over the Houston Texans. Colts solidified themselves. They stamped themselves as the best team in the AFC South and one of the better teams in the AFC. And though they lost that game against Kansas City, I kind of think they kind of made that stamp. They got the stamp of approval in that game, but that's just me. All right, Cowboys back with us. Cowboy, we're here. We left out on San Francisco and the Browns, and we're now on Cleveland and the Colts. So if you can, just give us your thoughts right quick on who you think wins that Browns 49ers game, and then the current game we're on, the Texans and the Colts.
I'm gonna have to stay with the running game of San Francisco 49ers. McCaffrey's running on a high right now. He's become the third running back, all-time running back now. He's ahead of Walter Payton now. So I think they're gonna keep riding that horse until it falls off.
Gotcha. All right, Houston and Indianapolis.
You talk about games that has a huge playoff implication, right? And every game today really is going to have a playoff implication. This is one of them, and this is you talk about the on both sides. Although I'm picking Indianapolis to come out on ahead of Houston, but Houston, the passing game for them, is led by their young quarterback, but he needs to exploit the Colts secondary, which is easier said than done, and their defense must stop Jonathan Taylor. Another job that's going to be hard to take. So, but for Indy to win, they have to run the ball effectively with Jonathan Taylor and rely on their stout defense to limit Houston's big plays. But I'm gonna go with the Colts on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Cowboys going with the Colts. Everybody in the chat right now, we need you. Hey, this is a fan-friendly. This is a family show. You family. So family, we want to know your thoughts. Who you got in this game? Colts, Texans, put it in the chat as we move on to the next slate of games. Oh, man. Do I really have to do it? Do I really got to do it? Well, yeah, I got to do it. I love my team, baby. I'm black and gold from the cradle to the grave. But my God, man, I know we're in the rebuild, but, man, it's tough, brother. I tell you, it's tough.
You think it's tough
right now? It's tough right now, brother.
I don't know.
Right now, we had a bye week and came back and scored 3 points last week.
Oh man.
I don't know what's going on, but listen, I know we're in the rebuild. All I'm looking for today is to see steady growth from Tyler Shuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not expecting us to win this game, but then again, we are playing the Dolphins, so you never know what happens with the Dolphins.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins, though I think it'll be a close game until late. I think the Dolphins win this game 23-16. I'm being kind of us even scoring 16. We scored 3 last week, so hell, we scored 16. That's an improvement. Your thoughts on this game, Cowboy?
I'm actually surprised you went with the Dolphins. I really am. But I mean, you know your team better than I do. But both teams are struggling right now, making this one of those games, a desperation game, much like the games you guys played last week against us, against Atlanta. But for New Orleans to win, they need to play very disciplined football, making a mistake-free game, lean on the defense, keep the score low, and convert on the red zone trips. I think that boy, your quarterback, young quarterback Tyler Shaw, that is what I'm going to be watching. Just like you, I'm going to watch and see his growth. And from what I saw when he played Atlanta last week, man, I see a lot from this kid. And I think he actually going to learn a lot, did learn a lot from that game. But for Miami to win, their defense need to create pressure, which I don't think they're going to be able to do. And the offense must find a rhythm early to leverage their home field advantage. And surprisingly, I think Miami has lost more fans than they have games. So I mean, this thing here is one of those, like I said, desperation games, has no playoff implications, but I think New Orleans pulled these games out.
Wow. All right. Now, one thing to keep an eye on in this game is Devon Achane.
Mm-hmm.
When he touches the ball more than 20 times in a game this year, the Dolphins are 4-0. When he does not touch it 20 or more times, they're 0-7. Now, and speaking one more time about Tyler Shuck, right now he leads all rookies with a 68.1 completion percentage as a starter this season. That's the 4th highest completion percentage by any rookie quarterback to make at least 3 starts since 1950. So there's something there. I believe there's something there. But right now, I don't think there are enough horses in the barn to put up much of a fight. And I'm going with the Dolphins. Hey man, I got to be honest, bro.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
I got to be honest, man.
Yeah.
All right, family. So here we go. We're gonna keep it going. Now we go to your team, baby. Now we go to your team, man. You're taking on the Jets, man. The Jets, they just beat the Ravens. They fought hard early in the season. The Bucks were lucky to escape against them. What are you looking for today in this contest as you guys travel to New York to take on the Jets?
I'm looking for the Lions to win this game. But we talk about two teams trying to find an offensive identity. But the Jets are continuing. I don't know why, but they just gave away too many defensive players. You know, in this game here, you have to play good defense. And they're still looking for ways to deal players. I don't know if they're trying to get rid of money or if the coach didn't just have players that don't fit the system or what. But it's just too many defensive players, key defensive players that they've lost. They already lost the head coach and Jeff Albrecht to Atlanta. They lost Robert Saleh to the San Francisco 49ers. 2 great defensive minds. But like I said, in this game here, you have to have defense. And to get rid of 2 of the greatest defensive minds in football, great players you got rid of. I just don't understand it, you know. So, but for Atlanta to win, we got to control the line of scrimmage. We're hurt real bad on in the trenches, and with the rushing attack, utilize play action to hit explosive pass plays. For New York, the only way they can win is to force us into passing situations, which now Kirk Cousins is a quarterback, so they're going to get what they try to force. So this is going to be one of those games that both teams are going to be struggling to establish themselves offensively. Right. But I'm picking Atlanta to win.
On the road, New York, windy conditions. You guys are outside. You're still down on some of your key weapons, man. But you got that special dude in the backfield, man.
Yes, sir.
That kid is just special. I watched the kid entire time at Texas. He was a joy to watch, man, each and every single Saturday. And when I turn on football on Sundays, I want to see what B. Jones is doing because he's that damn good.
Yeah, yeah.
But I believe that this week you're playing a team that is more competent than the one you played last week. And yeah, they're more competent. That's not saying a lot, but I want to go with the Jets, but I can't do it. I believe that you guys get your second straight, man. You should. I believe that the Jets, man, listen, they're in a full-blown rebuild too, man. And if you guys lose this game today to the Jets, any dreams of a possible NFC South title or playoffs is going out the window. You guys cannot afford to drop this game to the Jets today.
True indeed.
So I'm with you, man. I'm going to go with the Falcons in that one. Now we stay in the NFC South as it's the NFC South. Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Arizona Cardinals, a team that always seems to play teams tough, but just doesn't close the door in those games.
Yeah.
So here you have two teams trying to build something new. Tampa's defense has the edge, but Arizona has the playmakers to make this interesting if the game stays close late.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, because they're ailing right now, I think Baker is dealing with some issues too, man. But I don't trust the Cardinals. I'm going with Tampa Bay, man. Give me Tampa today, and I think Tampa makes a statement today, and they defeat the Cardinals.
I agree. I second that. Tampa Bay is really protecting the division right now. They're protecting their lead against a team that just can't come up with big plays. The Cardinals, they can make plays. They're just not big enough to win, and like you say, close out the games. But for Tampa to win, I'm brain farting on the quarterback now.
Baker
Mayfield, yeah. he needs to stay in that clean pocket. Pick apart the Cardinals secondary, because the secondary is tore up, and they're coming up short. But their defense, they need to contain any rushing attempt by Arizona. But for Arizona to win, their quarterback, star receiver, they need make massive performances. And like I said, they have not been able to make the big plays. They need to win the turnover battle, which they have not been doing as of late. So this is going to be one of those games where the fewer mistakes they can win. Not the fewer mistakes they can win. The fewer mistakes they can stay within the game, because they're not going to win this one, I don't think. So I'm with you. I'm going with Tampa Bay.
All right, so we're both going with Tampa Bay. Everybody in the chat, who you got in these three games? Saints, Dolphins, Falcons, Jets, Cardinals, Bucks. All right, let's keep it moving. Jacksonville taking on Tennessee. Somebody earlier say, man, talk about the Jaguars and the Titans. Do we have to, man? But yeah, we're here, baby. We're going to talk about it, baby. So here we go. Jaguars taking on the Titans, man. Jaguars 74 currently the number 6 seed in the AFC, taking on right now the Tennessee Titans, who could have the number 1 right now. They are in line to have the number 1 pick in next year's upcoming draft for the second consecutive year. I don't feel like the Titans help Cam Ward any this year.
No.
I don't think they built the offensive line around this kid. I don't think they gave him a running game. I don't think they gave him enough playmakers. Yeah. That kid right now is out there running solo, and he's being sacked a lot. And one of my concerns with him being sacked is, Cowboy, I think about Derek Carr, not Derek Carr, his brother David Carr, when he came out to the Texans, man. Yeah. And that kid got sacked so much that first year, man. He never was the same or was able to become what many thought he might be able to be. And I'm afraid that the Titans, man, could be trending that way with Cam Ward. Listen, he's a rookie. He has shown flashes. He has shown rookie. He's done what rookies do. He's made rookie mistakes.
Right.
But damn, he's had so much on his plate, man.
Yeah.
And there's really nobody else helping him, in my opinion, to carry the load. So your thoughts on this one? I'm just simply put, I'm going with the Jags in here. I think the Jags improved to 8-4, and they keep turning, trying to get themselves solidified and locked into a playoff position in the AFC.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Cam Ward has really the organization has really put their team on Cam Ward's shoulder. And whatever success he has, they're going to ride with that. Like you said, they have done absolutely nothing. Of course, they couldn't have. I mean, they didn't have the draft picks to go get anybody. They don't have any to trade away. So they have to tank and I'm going to say a tank because they really couldn't win games, but they have to do what they can to get high draft picks. And you never can really like place a lot of expectations on draft picks, right? But you can get draft picks in later rounds. But Tennessee, unless they're able to draft 4 or 5 linemen to bring in and help protect this kid, man, I agree with you, man. It's going to be like damaged goods trying to revitalize the program all along, But the Jaguars, they're seeking to maintain their lead in the AFC South, a convincing lead against a struggling division rival. Of course, today's game is going to be a runaway for them. For early lead for Jacksonville to even win, they have to get an early lead and neutralize the home crowd and let their defense feast on a low-powered Titans offense. For Tennessee to win, I think the defense needs to play lights out and surprise offensive spark. Supply an offensive spark on special teams, and that's where they can probably make plays at on special teams because that's really their only bright spot right now outside of having Cam Ward at their quarterback.
Right. All right. So the next game we go to is the Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks, a game that we thought may have been a bigger game at the time when the schedules came out. But right now, the Vikings sit 12th in the NFC playoff race with a 4-7 record. Seattle 8-3. Sam Darnold, who was the quarterback of the Vikings last year, led them to 14 wins in the playoffs. Now has the Seahawks at 8-3 and the number 5 seed in the NFC. And simply put, Seahawks win this game. One, I like their defensive front. I like their defense. They can get pressure on you with just their front foot. They don't have to blitz a lot. Second, they have arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL gone this year.
Right.
Jackson Smith and Nigba is that dude. And him and Sam Darnold have connected 21 times for 523 yards and 4 touchdowns off of play action this season, making them the only QB and receiver duo to have combined for more than 400 such yards. So that combination is going to be tough for the Vikings to deal with. I believe that Vikings defense is going to be on the field.
Yeah.
I have no if he's playing, I have no confidence at all in J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, my goodness.
J.J. McCarthy had a second half moment in the opening of game of the season, and he did it again a couple weeks ago. But he has been consistently this season bad. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson caught 10 of 13 targets for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Seahawks in week 16 of last season. I guarantee you he don't have them kind of numbers today if J.J. McCarthy is throwing the ball to him. There's not chemistry there. Right. And how in the hell you can be a starting quarterback, a young quarterback, and not have chemistry with arguably one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League in Justin Jefferson blows my mind.
Right.
They made a mistake by letting Sam Darnold walk. They made a mistake by letting Daniel Jones walk. They put all their eggs in the basket with J.J. McCarthy. I'm not giving up on the kid yet, but I'm telling you right now, he has not looked good.
No.
And if I'm a Vikings fan and I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at this year's draft, shit, we might have to wait. We might have to draft a quarterback in 2 years.
Ooh.
Because I don't see any quarterback coming out this year. I don't care how they try to blow them up after all these workouts and off-season stuff. There's not a quarterback coming. And y'all tell me if I'm lying. Be honest with yourself. Is there a quarterback y'all look at on Saturday and say, "Oh man, that's the number one pick in the draft. That's a franchise quarterback." Come on, man. He don't exist.
Right.
He don't exist. So I get your thoughts on this game, Cowboy.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I think that them letting Donald walk that's going to be one of those decisions that they're going to say they're going to have to live with, right? But the Vikings, they face a tough road test against the Seahawks, coming into this, and they're going to have to play at a very high level to even compete.
Right.
But with Justin Jefferson and McCarthy not being able to gel, not being able to establish that chemistry to hand out these performance plays that they really need to put out, I don't think it's going to happen against this trending Seattle Seahawks. These Seattle Seahawks are on a run. But for Minnesota to win, Justin Jefferson must dominate the passing game, but to be able to do that with McCarthy, I don't think so. The Vikings defense must limit the big plays by Seattle, which is going to be a daunting task for them. But for Seattle to win, I mean, they just have to play. It's business as usual for them. Establish the run early, allow their quarterback to control the game and the flow, and create pressure on the Vikings quarterback, which is one of those things that they're going to say, "Oh, okay, just let the defense do what they do." But to me, I think it's going to be business as usual for the Seahawks. Just go out and win the game, play their game, and they'll win this one. And so I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. I'm with you.
All right. Next game, Raiders taking on the Chargers.
This is a classic AFC matchup. Remember back in the day, this was one of those games that you really had to stay glued onto the TV. Great rivalry game with the Chargers, looking to stay in the playoff hunt. For Los Angeles to win, I mean, they're really going to have to try their best to exploit the Chargers' rushing defense and create a chaotic, high turnover environment. They really going to have to play. Their secondary really going to have to step in and step up for the Chargers to win. The quarterback needs to just have a vintage performance, right? And the defense must present the Raiders one or two different playmakers for taking over the game. Whether that be Ginty, what's his name? Ginty for the Raiders, a running back for the Raiders.
Yeah.
They as always, we love watching Brock Bowers and what he do, right? So, and they have the twin towers at tight ends, and they're really going to have to get this thing to going. I don't know how they're going to be able to do it against the Chargers. The Chargers are playing really good football. Defense really standing out and playing solid, very solid football. But we haven't seen nobody yet that's able to stop Brock Bowers. So, and that tight end duo they have over there, but it hasn't been enough to win the games. So let's see what they do. I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one. The Raiders just haven't had enough firepower to do what they need to do.
Right. And let me just say this. Brock Bowers, Michael Myers, Ashton Genty. There's a reason Chip Kelly got fired. He should have been fired. He's just not a good coordinator in the National Football League. You got all that young talent. You don't know how to use it. But the most disappointing thing for the Raiders has been Geno Smith.
Yeah.
They counted on him. They brought him in there to be, y'all hear me say this every week when I talk about the Raiders, because it has to be said. Geno has dropped the ball. He has gone back to the New York Jets, Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And if you're a Raider fan, that is something you do not like. That is something that has hurt you.
Right.
All right. Now listen, family, we got a special guest getting ready to come on. I ain't really do this here all season long, but we want to welcome our guest. So it's time for Team Pulse. Let's go. All right, family. Joining us now is a young man that joined my channel years ago. Now his voice is all deep. I believe he's shaving now. He has his own podcast called Hurricane Mike that he does with Big Hurricane. He's category 5. His dad's category 4. They do great content. They not only talk about his and his dad's favorite team, but they talk about the world of sports, man. Welcome now to the stage, the host of Hurricane Mike's podcast, the one and only Hurricane Mike himself. Mike, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show, my brother.
What's it?
What's good, Hurricane?
What's going on with you? How you doing today, Mike?
Doing well, man. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. How has your holidays been, man? You and the family, man.
It's been good. Can't complain.
Can't complain.
There you go.
That's right, man. Look at it. Varston got all deep on me, cowboy.
I hear you.
Growing up on me, man. Well, Mike, man, listen, I appreciate you coming through, man. Hey, you're a special guest host, man. So, who you got in this game? Raiders and Chargers, man. Who you going with?
Honestly, I actually got the Raiders fall off an upset today.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Raiders, right? Have they been good? Far from it. Okay. And the Chargers, have they been good? Yeah. But here's why. If you know football, you know divisional games, they never go the way you think they're going to go.
Right.
And also another thing, the Chargers, they are the most confusing team in the league. I don't know if they're good or not, to be honest with you. And the Raiders, usually when you fire a coach, that sparks energy into the team that fired the coach. Like, look at when the Saints fired Dennis Allen. They originally had that guy's competing, and they won 2 games in a row. And I'm pretty sure when the Jets fired Robert Saleh, that team was still garbage, but they started playing better. So I think the Raiders are going to play better today because they're playing the Chargers. They want to win this game, and I think the Chargers are going to get caught off guard. They're going to be basically what the Panthers did to the Saints. They're going to be caught off guard, and I think the Raiders are going to sneak them when they least expect it to.
All right, so
that's actually a good outlook on that. I didn't even take into account that the Raiders had just fired and fired their head coach. So
that's not the head coach, the offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly.
Coordinator. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't take that into account, but I think the Raiders are just one of those teams that need to go ahead and just. I'm not gonna say they need to go ahead into a full rebuild because they do have like 3 or 4 players, offensive players that really they can build around, right? So it's just a matter of getting the right coach in there. I don't know. John Gruden was just that type of coach for me.
Right.
But yeah, the Raiders just need to bring the right people in there to get this team together because they do have weapons, and offense and defense. They do have players that can make plays. So it's just a matter of them bringing in the right coaches. That's all.
Uh-oh. All right. So Nathan A. Manning says Arch Manning when I say there's not a quarterback in this year's coming up in this year's draft that should be considered the number 1 overall pick or even in the first round, and I'm gonna stick with it. Don't come talk about no Arch Manning just because they beat Texas A&M. He had pedestrian numbers. The kid, and I love the kid. The kid can play, but he ain't what everybody was building him up to be, bro. He ain't play up to that. None of them this year have. Think about all the top quarterbacks everybody was talking about coming into the season in college football.
Mm-hmm.
None of them have lived up to those accolades that they came into this season with.
Yeah.
And you can't listen.
Still starting at Clemson because I haven't
heard his name look. I never understood why he was even being mentioned this preseason before the season started. He didn't show me that much the year before.
Right.
But listen, man, congratulations. First of all, congratulations to the Texas Longhorns for beating Texas A&M Friday. And by the way, I'm with everybody else. Texas should be in the playoffs, man. They beat 4 top 20 teams. They should be in the playoffs, even with 3 losses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? A lot of people are hoping they don't get in. They don't get in.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Dolph, I have something to add to that.
Yeah.
Texas, right? A lot of people say, well, they lost to Florida. Well, Alabama lost to Florida State, and they're still in the conversation.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like,
That's
Good
a
point.
good point. That's a
how
good
does losing
point.
to Florida? How is losing to Florida going to penalize Texas, but losing to Florida State, who's not even ranked either, is going to penalize? They're
Penalize
not
it.
going to
Yeah.
penalize man. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
That's a good observation. All right. It's time for, as the NFL turns, game of the week, the Buffalo Bills taking on Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, gentlemen. As I was getting ready for the day's show, and I was thinking about the game of the week, man. I was like, and I'm looking at the matchups. I'm like, what can I go? This one, the Bills, 7-4, number 7 seed. Steelers, number 4 seed, hanging on in the NFC North with a 6-5 record.
Yeah.
Everybody expected Buffalo to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Everybody expects the Steelers to have a winning record.
Yeah.
If the Steelers pull this upset today, hell, I'm not even gonna call it an upset because I kind of think they evenly match.
Yeah.
Because you got a offensively challenged Steelers offense going up against a defensively challenged Buffalo defense.
Mm-hmm.
So those units has the better day, in my opinion, will probably win. Now, in the quarterback matchup, you got Aaron Rodgers, who's averaging 196 passing yards a game with a 97 passer rating to go with a 97 passer rating this year.
Mm-hmm.
Got Josh Allen, who is 26-9 with a 743 winning percentage off a loss in his career starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, do the Buffalo Bills bounce back today and get the victory in the Steel City against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah.
Start with you, Mike, then we get Cowboy.
I'm not gonna lie, I got the Steelers pulling it out because here's why. Everybody might be expecting the Bills to beat the Steelers. Obviously, no sense of the Bills, but if you know Mike Tomlin Steelers football, you know that's never how it goes. The Steelers always play the good teams close, and it's been that way forever. Like they usually upset some of the good teams and lose to some of the bad teams. I don't understand it, but I don't complain about it. But yeah, so I got the Steelers pulling it out. I actually think it's gonna be defensive, but I got Pittsburgh getting the win. And plus, I think Rodgers is gonna be back. And Rodgers, he's been sneakily good for Pittsburgh for most of the season. So I got Steelers pulling it out, and the Bills are going to be hanging on by a thread if they not fell off the thread already.
Yeah.
All right, Cowboy.
Yeah, I think, at the beginning of the season, I think everybody penciled in Buffalo to be in the playoff. And, you have to be thinking now, not so fast. Because this is that game that it's a potential playoff preview between two of the most physical AFC contenders. And it's going to come down to which defense can make the most plays. Which good defense is going to stand on business and last to the end. But for Buffalo to win this game, man, they must win that turnover battle. Like I said, it's going to come down to defense. They got to utilize Josh Allen's dual threat ability to stress out the Steelers' defense. For Pittsburgh to win, the defense front needs to dominate the line of scrimmage. They got to force Allen into uncomfortable positions in the running game, and they must give their offense a chance. And a great plateau of game that to remember was when the Atlanta Falcons played Buffalo Bills. If they get Allen to run in uncomfortable positions, they could actually pull this game out. I actually like the chances of Pittsburgh, but this is one of these games that's evenly yoked. So I don't actually have a decision for this. So it's a tie for me. But I'm leaning toward Pittsburgh because Aaron Rodgers is he stands up in big games like this. He plays well against big competition. So but he does make a lot of mistakes. So like I said, it's going to come down to which defense can make the bigger plays. It's a tie for me.
Hey, you got to pick somebody, cowboy. He
Come
said,
on, man. Come.
you got
All
to
right,
pick one.
okay. Let's go. Let's
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 flip
go
a coin.
Buffalo. I think Josh Allen.
Okay.
Will make bigger plays
Okay.
down the stretch.
All right. So it comes down to me.
Yeah.
Buffalo. Pittsburgh. Did I already say who was in this game?
I thought you already said
I think you said Pittsburgh. I
I
think you
said the
said.
Steelers. I went with the Steelers. So hold on. That means Cowboy, you the lone wolf.
I'm
Damn.
alone wolf. I pick Buffalo.
Mike pick Pittsburgh.
I picked Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Yeah, you
oh,
got the
man.
lone wolf, baby. You got the
I'm
lone
alone
wolf.
wolf. I stand on business, baby. I stand on business.
Stand on
I'm that
business,
lone
baby.
wolf, man. Buffalo will pull this out. Josh Allen will make the plays down the stretch. Buffalo Bills is a 4-quarter team. You have to play all 4 quarters to beat Buffalo. Pittsburgh does not do that. Any let up by Pittsburgh, Buffalo will exploit it. Let's go.
All right, there you go, Cowboy. Just lone wolf it, baby. He got the Bills, Mike, and myself, and we're going with the Steelers. Let's get a quick injury report from around the NFL.
Yes.
All right, looking around the league, some notables not playing today. First in the Rams and Panthers game. For the Panthers, cornerback J.C. Horn and wide receiver Hunter Renfrow, they are out. They will not be playing today. In the Texans game, for the coach, cornerback Jonathan Edwards, he is out. Gold, Lake, and Thomason will be out for the Texans. As we go to the Falcons against the Jets, for the Falcons, Drake London, Kadero Hodger out once again for the Falcons.
Got a host of players.
No significant big name.
Penix is out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Penix is on injured reserve. He's out for the year.
Yeah.
Now for the Bucks and the Cardinals in that game, looks like they're gonna get healthy, man. There's a chance that we see the running back for the Bucks, not White, but what's his name? Yeah, we see Bucky Irvin today in the lineup for the Packers. I mean, for the Buccaneers, that'll be a good addition for them. Let's see. As for the Minnesota, and that's about it for right now for your inactives for the day and injury report. All right, family, let's keep it going. Now let's go to Sunday Night Football. Now, during the offseason, when they made this game, many thought that this would be a marquee game on the schedule here late in November, heading toward December. But man, were we all wrong.
Yeah.
Injuries, lack of consistently good play, and I believe the lack of turning from the hunter into the hunted has caught up with the Commanders, not to mention the injuries to their star quarterback.
Yeah.
The Broncos are 9-2. They won 8 straight games. It has not been pretty, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is the W and the L, and they are 9-2. Bo Nix has not played great football all season. He had some ugly games this year.
For sure.
But they find a way to win. Sean Payton is pushing all the right buttons right now for the Denver Broncos. Plus, they get the Defensive Player of the Year. He's scheduled to come back today. Surtain is scheduled to be back in the lineup. Man, I don't even think it'll be close, especially if Mariota's quarterbacking. Just give me the Broncos, man. I think the Broncos win. I'm gonna say 31-13. I just think win like that. I know that's a lot, but it's the Commanders.
But you just might be right about that one. But when you talk about players, when we talk about Dallas Cowboys not wanting to see them in the playoffs, right? Denver Broncos is that team. I do not want to see them in the playoffs. You don't know which team is going to show up. Denver brings one of the league's best defenses to face a struggling Washington team. Like you said, without Jaden Daniels, Washington starting quarterback, without him, I think their offense is without an identity. There's no real leader. Marcus Mariota is a solid journeyman quarterback, but he's not the guy that's going to really pull out a big game like this. But for Denver to win, they have to rely on their elite defense to shut down Washington offense, whatever that is that Mariota brings, and manage the clock with a solid run game. For Washington to win, they have to establish their run game to save Mariota, to keep him from trying to make the big plays. Because if he's get forced to make big plays, turnovers are going to happen. That's going to count against Washington. It's not going to look good for them. But the defense needs to generate a few critical sacks or turnovers, to get to that quarter. Bo Nix, like you said, he has not been playing good football. So if they can get to him, get some sacks in, this can actually be a pretty good game. But I don't think it's going to be pretty good to a point where they're actually competitive against Buffalo. I mean, against Broncos. Like you said, I like the lopsided win, but I'm going with Denver Broncos.
All right, Broncos. 2 with Broncos. Mike, your take.
Yeah, I actually think Washington could get some stops. But the thing is, Denver's defense on Washington is going to cream them. Okay? It's not even going to be fair. It's like Marcus Mariota. I mean, he's just not a good quarterback, and we don't expect him to be a good quarterback. And I think McLaurin's playing, but with no Jane Daniels equals no victory. Broncos win 16-15. We all lose. The Commanders lose. We lose. The Broncos are the only winners in this situation. Give me the Broncos to win.
All right. So Broncos, everybody's a clean sweep. Everybody going with the Broncos in this one. And Monday Night Football, Patriots taking on the New York Giants. Now, Jackson Dart could play in this game, so we'll see tomorrow. But if not, just get your popcorn ready because he is definitely must-see TV. He is entertainment. Jameis Winston. You don't know if he's going to toss 3 touchdowns or 3 interceptions or as of last week, catch a damn touchdown pass. He is must-see TV, baby. And Monday night, I am tuning in to see what kind of hell Jameis does if he starts because it's going to be a damn show. So with that being said, Cowboy, I'm going to start with you. Monday Night Giants taking on.
Man, I think this is when you talk about 2 teams that are evenly matched, but I got to go with you, man. I mean, I like the Giants in this one. Jameis Winston is that guy.
I can go with the Giants, but okay.
I'm Jameis Winston. Now, I mean, you got to say Drake is he's a good quarterback. He's learning, but I think Jameis Winston is going to have this team hyped up against to play against New England. And bar what anybody think of Jameis, he is a great journeyman quarterback as of late. And so everywhere he's went, even when he played for the Saints,
they love him.
You talk about getting a team ready to play. I think he had these guys ready to play in this one right here. I think the Giants will take this one.
All right, Mike. I don't know what's wrong with Cowboy. You got some water dripping off that ice on side of their glass over there. But I'm gonna let you go there before I go, Mike.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for Cowboy, it was already announced that Jackson Dart will be starting on Monday. So whatever you just said really does not matter at that point. But I'm still going Patriots even if Jameis was playing. Like Jameis, the thing with him, he's like a character. Like he could throw 7 interceptions and them guys will still love him. Like there is no hating Jameis Winston. He could throw. Bro, I won't be surprised. Like even though he's not playing, I won't be surprised if there's a game either this season or next year where he throws 4 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. This is man all over the place. Like you don't know what to expect. It just moves. It just moves. He's either an all-time great or he's Nathan Peterman. It just moves. But but I'm going Patriots to win. I think the Patriots are riding off of a lot of momentum. Plus, coming off of a bye week, they're 10-2. They're fighting for that 1 seed. I think they're gonna be locked in now. I think the Giants will keep it close, but I don't think the Giants are going to be able to win when it matters down the stretch. Give me the Patriots.
All right, man. So, family, that's going to do it for our picks for the week. Want to thank everybody for joining us here on As the NFL Turns. Did I go? I'm going with the Patriots, man. I just I think that I believe that Drake May is one of the top MVP getters this year. I believe he should be in that category. I believe it's him, Jonathan Stewart, and Matthew Stafford. I believe, and fourth is Jackson Smith and Nick. But we know that award should be called a Quarterback of the Year award because they always get a damn MVP to a quarterback. So
right.
So I'm saying Drake May. Drake May has made a hell of a difference. I love what Mike Vrabel has done for the Patriots. The players he brought in, they bought into him, and their quarterback, man. If your young quarterback hits, man, that changes your franchise, man. And that has definitely changed the Patriots, man. They're sitting there 10-2. They're hosting the Giants. Jackson Dart coming back, and I like Jackson Dart's moxie, man. I like his moxie. I think the Giants have their quarterback for the future too. Yeah. But we'll see who the coach is next season. But for this game in Foxborough, give me Drake May and the Patriots, man. I don't think they stumped their toe against the Giants, and I think it'll be competitive. But I think the Patriots put it out in the end. I'm gonna go Patriots 27 and Giants 23. In that contest.
27.
Yeah. So now it's time, family. I want y'all to get ready for one of the most exciting segments in all the sports media. But hold on, it's a little too quiet in here. I know my boy Carlos is not here. Back next week. But we're getting ready, baby, for that segment that everybody loves, everybody in the chat. I need you right now, baby. I need you to put your thinking caps on, baby, because it's time. It's time for us to reveal our straight balling players of the day. All right, baby. That's the music. Oh, it's time, baby. It is time. So your boy Dolph, baby. I went around the net. Hold on. I got so damn excited I clicked myself off. But I'm back, baby. I'm back. Here we go. I went around the league, baby. I was scurrying around the league. I was like, Dolph, where can you go? Where can you find your straight ball of the day at? So I looked at all the matchups. And lo and behold, I came on home to my team. It's the Saints taking on the Dolphins. Oh, but who's going to be my straight ball? Will he wear black and gold? Or will he wear that orange, blue, and white, baby? You know what, family? Your boy Dolph decided I'm keeping it home today, baby. I'm going with my young quarterback, Tyler Shuck, to bounce back today, baby, and throw not one, but 2 touchdowns and get 1 on the ground. That's right, Tyler Shuck. God damn it, don't shuck me today. I got you as my straight baller of the day. All right, let's go to Cowboy. Get Cowboy up here. Cowboy, who is your straight baller of the day, baby?
Man, believe it or not, I'm telling I'm with you. I got to go with my own team. My straight baller for the day, Kirk Cousins. He's going to come back and show what we've been missing since week 6. While he was picked to bring this franchise to the Super Bowl, while he was picked to bring this franchise to a winning season, win now and into the future. My straight baller of the week, Kirk Cousins, none other than. You like that?
I like that. Hold on, Mike. The music go brief. Players about to start again. Here we go. My straight ball of the day, Mike. Who you going with, baby? Talk to me.
Mine say Bala. I'm going all the way to Tampa Bay, Florida, where the Cardinals are set to play the Buccaneers. A lot of people might not be thinking this, but give me Jacoby Brissett, man. The best backup QB in history, and you can't deny that. 47 completions a couple weeks ago. I mean, I was told Trevor Lawrence last week, but you know, the Jaguars were the better team, so they won. Give me Jacoby Brissett to throw not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a 30-23 victory, and he's going to throw for 300 passing yards. Give me Jacoby Brissett.
All right, Hurricane Mike went with Jacoby Brissett. All right, everybody in the chat, who you got? Who you got, baby? Let me know. Uncle Jerry's in the building. How you doing, Jerry? Come on in. Hey, Mike, I like that selection, baby. I like that selection. Listen, everybody, this has been As the NFL Turns. We are live each and every Sunday morning, baby, all the way through Super Bowl Sunday. That's right. Tune in at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. Young Cowboy, myself, Zach, Nine, Lawrence, as we all get you ready. And hold on, I repeat, I will not, because my sister PJ gonna get over it like, dog, we keep having them brain freezes. I'm gonna have to talk to you. But my sister PJ and Carlos, host of Uneducated Sports Talk, baby, and my big brother, host of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports Podcast, the legendary Coach Rock. Join us each and every single Sunday. We got you covered, baby. Also, family, you can follow us on Playback TV for all our NBA lovers out there. Playback TV. Come on in, Sports Network. Subscribe, baby. We got you covered through the NBA season with the live, actual game we watch together. But with that being said, we want to thank our special guest for coming through tonight. This young man has his own podcast. He's a diehard New Orleans Saints fan. And I'm watching this young man grow, man. I'm proud of him. So, Mike, for those who may not know you, let them know where they can find you, your platforms, and the times you be on during the week.
Well, yeah, I mean, thanks for having me on. You can always find me at Hurricane Mike. You know, we be talking Saints football, we be talking Pelicans basketball, we be talking LSU, but also we be talking about the NFL landscape and the NBA landscape. You know, on Tuesdays, we recap what happened the following week. On Fridays, we predict the next week, and then on Sundays, we talk about the Saints pregame and postgame. So, you know, you can't miss this, man.
All righty. Appreciate and Mike, appreciate each and every single person who was in the chat. All right. Notorious BG says, bear down, baby. I hear you. Them Bears, baby. They bear down in the city of brother.
Shout out to the Bears Nation. Shout out.
All right. What's going on, man? Listen, thank each and every single person once again for joining us today. We appreciate you for being with us. And again, we'll see everybody next Sunday, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern for As the NFL Turns. And remember, family, the doors are not open. So come on in. Enjoy your Sunday.